So what about like a child with ADHD? What are some of the accommodations and the ways that we could help kids with ADHD feel successful at home?
Absolutely. Oh, this is a good one because right now I'm hearing a lot of challenges from parents right now. Kids that are inattentive, unfocused, unmotivated, really squirrely and wiggly during learning time and not listening or seemingly not listening. And oftentimes it goes undiagnosed, but kiddos with ADHD, they are the ones who are labeled lazy, the ones who are labeled, a problem, ones that are labeled, um, you know, silly, because oftentimes humor is used as a coping mechanism. Um, they have all these labels, but it's just that they're misunderstood. And again, when we help the child setting their environment up for success, then they will do better. And when we are setting them up in an environment with lots of distractions, now specifically kiddos with ADHD, there's a lot of distractions, a lot of noise in the environment, a lot of smells in the environment. If there is, a lot of words being used and the child isn't following along because it's just overwhelming, then that child will shut off. That child is not capable of learning at that time. And so very much it begins with having a routine. When it's predictable and the child knows what comes next, that will give them a sense of control. When they have a sense of control over their environment, they're more able to follow that routine. And so when they follow a very simple visual schedule for the younger ones, but as they get older, you can continue with the schedule, but you can have it written or pair it with pictures for easier understanding. But for those kiddos, you want to really consider setting up a schedule. Have your child sit down with you. Together, come up with a schedule that works and then stick with it. And I even recommend that parents don't really veer off that schedule on the weekends.
Mm.
Bedtime, I encourage that to stay the same. And again, I also encourage wake up time, stay the same, because what happens is our kiddos with ADHD, they're very sensitive to change, and that can completely set them off and frankly ruin their day. And so when there is that consistency, they know it, they follow it, there is a greater feeling of success because the tasks are getting completed. So having a schedule that's in a visible place that you can refer to. So again, it like takes the onus off of you as the disciplinarian. I told you to start your homework. You can simply go to the schedule. Oh, what time is it? It's reading time. Okay. Do you need help getting that set up? And then just making sure that the environment is also not stimulating. We want to think about external stimuli because that tends to be very distracting for kiddos with ADHD. So again, putting on that detective lens, we want to look at the environment. How can we help how can we help the child with the environment? And so there's all these accommodations that we can provide and what I provide with my students.
Catch new episodes of the Mindful Mama podcast and other free resources, including the Mindful Mom Guide at mindfulmamamentor.com. You can listen to every back catalog episode, including interviews with Dr. Dan Siegel, Janla Van Zant, Sharon Salzberg, and get meditations, join our private Facebook group, and more. Go to mindfulmamamentor.com now. I'll see you there.